Good evening. Third installment here of the Fresh Cuts Podcast, AFC East Breakdown. We just went over the North and the South. Cody and I had some differences. I know everybody loves when we got a little contrarian going on. I know Cody loves it. He loves proving me wrong all the time. So here we are, the AFC East. This is going to be a tough one to break down, I feel, Cody. I had a little bit of trouble with it, but we should probably start off, new stadium, same old team, new coach, Buffalo Bills, 12-5 last year, 10.5 point or 10.5 game over under this year. Really tough strength of schedule this year, but I think Josh Allen puts the cape on and keeps it going and gets them the same record they had last year at 12-5. So that's obviously over the 10.5 point win total. Cody, do you think this is the time the slipper finally falls off Cinderella here for Buffalo?
I don't think it's going to be the huge falling off. I just think they're going to be consistent. I hate to say that, but I think they expect this huge change from going from Sean McDermott to Joe Brady, and I just think that they're going to have the same thing. I think they're going to do good in the regular season. They're going to win one playoff game, and then they're going to lose in the divisional championship and the divisional round where or the AFC championship, and it's just the same thing. I hate to say that to Bills fans, but they've been seeing the same thing for the past 30 years. I know it sounds terrible, and I like Josh Allen. I love Josh Allen. I would love to see him in the Super Bowl, and I love Bills fans. Bills fans are freaking awesome, but you you didn't do anything on defense. I always ask people when they ask me why are not the Bills one of the best teams in the AFC? They are one of the best teams, but they're not the best team, and that's because of their defense. It has nothing to do with Josh Allen. Their defense. When you look at that Denver Broncos game last year, uh, the final score was in the 30s. Yeah, I mean, it's you got to have some defense. You got to have some defenders, man. And so I still got them. Like I completely agree with you, Wes. I got them going 12-5. It's just not that number top team, number one team in the AFC. I don't have them as number one.
Yeah, well, maybe not, but I don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves. We're not doing any playoff predictions here or anything like that, but yeah, I think the win total of 10.5 is no problem, even with the really tough strength of schedule. Speaking of strength of schedule, we're going to piggyback on that right to New England. They had the easiest strength of, or one of them, last year. Now they're at 27. They were 14-3 last year. Win total is 9.5. I know your boy Drake is at quarterback. I love him too, but I think they fall back a little bit this year and get to just 9 wins and fall under.
Wow,
Yep.
wow, that big of a. They won 14 games last year, Wes,
Well, did I
and
make
went
the
and
over?
went to the Super Bowl.
Did I make the over under at 9.5, or did the people that have the big hotels out there in Las Vegas make it? So
Yeah, but
I have them going one half of a game under what the big dogs, the real big dogs, say. So I
oh,
don't think
okay.
that's too far fetched, is it?
Well, after we get done with this video, I'm gonna go DraftKings myself and make some money off those big dogs because this is an easy over for me. I just if DraftKings is watching out there, we like the sponsorship, but
Yeah, that's true.
I just think that you see Drake May finish second in the MVP voting, and he's only going to get better with his second year with Josh McDaniel. Now, we're not talking. I know the head coach did not has no Super Bowls as the head coach, but Josh McDaniel has plenty of rings as the offensive coordinator, and so you add AJ Brown, you add Romeo Dobbs, your running back Travion Henderson is going into his second year. The offensive line with a bunch of rookies are going into their second year. You got one of the best cornerbacks in the league in Christian Gonzalez. I mean, I just think the talent. There's too much talent there. Yes, the schedule does get harder. You're not playing. You're not playing the Saints. You're not playing the Falcons. You're not playing the. You're not playing these little small. You're not playing Tennessee, and you're not playing these little small teams that you had the last place schedule. But I just think the talent is there's too much talent to say that this is an 8-9 win team, like like Atlanta Falcons or something like that. You know what I mean? I just think there's a too big of a talent difference with the Patriots this year. So that means I got them going over.
Yeah, over 9.5 for Cody there. That is very interesting. I think I would be willing to bet that may be the biggest disparity from last year to this year. Might be New England on the over under 14 wins down to 9.5. So,
but I mean, but they got what we just talked about with Houston. Houston's at 9.5. So you're telling me that Houston that Las Vegas thinks Houston's going to be around 9 wins too?
Houston won two less games than they did last year. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah. But Houston didn't make it to the Super Bowl, and we still got Houston going over 9.5. That's my point.
Yeah. With the seventh easiest schedule in the AFC South instead of the 27th easiest schedule in the AFC East. I think that's maybe why they have the disparity. But that'll be interesting to see. I'm pulling for New England. I know people hate to hear this, but I think the head coaching thing has a little bit to do with it, and I think that's why Vegas may have been so harsh on them. So, I digress. We will move on to Miami. This makes me laugh. Cody, just shout out to which is your uncle, who's the Miami fan. 7-10 last year, 4.5 game over under. They have the second hardest schedule in the league. I think this is 4.5. It's really hard to go under on 4.5 wins, but I'm doing it.
Yeah, go ahead and say it.
I'm doing it. Their best player is Bradley Chubb. Or no, is he still on it? Yeah.
No,
Their best.
No, he's not on the team no more.
Who?
He signed a deal with the Bills.
Yeah, Achane is their best player.
Their best player by far.
And I shouldn't say that because he's a really good player, but
he is a very good player.
That's not what you want to hear. So I've got 7-10 last year, 4.5 win total. I push under.
For the Panthers fans out there that like to watch this team, this Miami Dolphins team that we're going to watch, it reminds me of the Teddy Bridgewater days with Matt Rule. You remember how we still had McCaffrey there, but we had like Robbie Anderson at like wide receiver, and we had like Curtis Samuel at wide receiver, and it's like okay, they got some pieces, but like when it came against like some good talented teams, Panthers went. I think we went. Yeah. We always went like 4-13 or like 5-12. It was always like 5-12 with Matt Rule. This reminds me of like the Matt Rule days in Miami, and so that's where I kind of got it at. I still got them going under the 4.5. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Shout out to Cody's uncle there. Sorry, buddy, but that's rough. Speaking of rough, AFC East, we got the Jets here, 3-14 last year, so they would have been under the 4.5 for sure. They bumped them up to 5.5, 21st easiest schedule. So actually not a great pick for them, but I actually think they win six or seven games this year. With the second year behind Aaron Glenn. They've got plenty of talented pieces there. I'm not saying they're going to make a playoff run. They're going to get 2 wins against Miami this year. So I've got them going over the 5.5.
I completely agree. I think this Jets team is going to surprise some people with their talent, and so I really like where this Jets team is going. And now I hope they don't just even if they win 6 games or 7 games, I hope they don't pull the plug on the head coach, because you can't just keep on trying a new head coach every year.
Yeah.
That does not work. You got to have something solid for at least more than 3-4 years, and so I think they're going to be going in the right direction, and then you can build off of it with 3 first-round picks next year.
Yep. Totally agree. So, I'll start us off here. I have Buffalo winning the division this year. I have New England coming in second, and the Jets in third, and Miami an easy fourth. Maybe the worst team in the league this year. I maybe right behind Tennessee. That's it.
Yeah,
So,
I got a flip flop at the top. I do think this will be a top heavy division, just like it has
oh
been.
yeah.
And I got New England at the top, going 13-4. I got the Buffalo Bills going 12-5. New York Jets going 6-11, and I got Miami Dolphins going 4-13.
All right, there you go. Cody and I getting a little bit more balance there with the AFC East. That is 3 of 4 that we've done. Be looking for our next one to come out very soon. We're going to do the AFC West. Here we are. What do you think, Cody? You amped
All
up?
right, let's keep it going.
All right, let's get it.